Hey, what's going on, man? This is Mr. Ugly. I want to talk about something, man. I want to talk about the perception of beauty. Um, if you look at, if you look, okay, so people say that Africans are king, African men and women are kings, descendants of kings and queens, right? Have you ever looked at pictures of Africans, Congo, uh, uh, the tribes? If you ever look at those men that we consider kings that's supposed to be from our bloodline, you ever look at them? You ever look and see what they look like? Those men are dark skinned men with very wide noses. And to society, Western culture, these men were not attractive. But in Africa, these men were very attractive. These men were kings because of how they look and what they did. So when I see people, when I see people talk about African kings, and when I see people call men kings here in America, like black people right now, black women got this thing where they're trying to uplift black men, so every black man is a king. Hey, king, you're a king. You know, in actuality, we have to realize too, in Africa, everybody wasn't kings. There were jokers. Those were the people that they had people that did jokes to keep the king happy. There were servants. There were people that served the king. There were people that fought wars, soldiers. There were people that cleaned the king's shit out of his urinal whenever he went to the back when it went to dookie a pee in this pot. There were people that cleaned the pots. So everybody wasn't kings and everybody wasn't queens. So every black man that you see is not a king. And every black woman that you see is not a queen. And the way that we the way that we look at people, because I call myself Mr. Ugly because people have called me ugly like all my life. So when people call you ugly or people judge you or don't want to take you serious by the way you look, you start developing a illness, and that's what a lot of my mental illness came from too. My depression, being called ugly all my life, and dealing with people that only use me for their gain, didn't really sincerely like me, and uh, I know there's a few other people that's on this channel that fuck with me, and they are suffering from the same thing. That um, people look at them, they look at them, and not look at them. You know what I'm saying? Not look at them, not look at them in their heart. They don't look through them. They look at them. And when you look at a person physical face, because when you approach a person, the first thing you do is look here. You don't look at their body. You look there. Boom. And they say the eyes are the soul, and you know what I'm saying. And then you looking at the person's face. And Western culture has taught us that if a person doesn't look a certain way, like a slim nose, high cheekbones, blue eyes, long hair, long straight hair, they're not beautiful. They're not beautiful. This is the reason why you got so many black women with long hair. You got so many black women that when they do their makeup to where their cheekbones is high. Am I lying? You got so many black women to where they put on eyelashes because they're trying to contour or change their look. because they're not happy with their look and they're trying to conform with Western culture tells them it's beauty. And then you even got them that went so far as to put blonde hair in their head. When I started seeing black women wearing blonde hair, that's when I knew that we were suffering from something. Because black women have went to a image that we're supposed to be getting away from. You see what I'm saying? Black women have started putting long blonde weave in their hair. That's when I knew, damn, bro, we fucked up as a culture because we're trying to look like white people so bad that this girl with these black women are putting blonde hair in their head. And they think there's nothing wrong with it. They think there's nothing wrong with putting blonde weave, long straight weave in their head. And then you go on social media and all they do is they're so happy to have long fake hair like white women. So this is we hate as black people, and I'm specifically speaking about black people, we hate ourselves so bad that if we don't look like halfway European, we're considered ugly. We're considered ugly. You're considered ugly if you don't look halfway European. You know what I'm saying? I see here lately that more black men are doing this too now. Black men, this with the Dominican Republic, the Passport Brothers, and it's not about going over there to get submissive women. It's about going over there to get women that look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? They going over there to get straight hair women too. They're going over there to get women with a different complexion so their babies can look a different way. And men are guilty of this shit too. It's not just women, it's black men too. Black men are guilty of this shit, man. Black men, look at the basketball. Look at all the black people with money. They do not date or marry no woman with natural hair, dark skin. Every entertainer, I ain't talking about older entertainers. I'm talking about entertainers 40 and under. They're entertainers and athletes 40 and under. They do not date no black women, dark skin, dark brown. Every woman that these men date are light complected women, damn near European looking. Am I lying? Am I lying? And one of the biggest shocks to me was Kanye West marrying another white woman. That was the biggest. When he married Kim Kardashian, I was upset. But when he went and married another white woman, I was like, what in the fuck? Everybody should disown Kanye West at this point right now. If you still fucking with Kanye West right now, you are fucking goofy. You are a living goofy if you still fuck with Kanye West right now. You are a living goofy. All right, so again, I'm speaking about people's concept of beauty. And I started talking about Africans. Like I said, I want y'all, when y'all get off of here, I want y'all to Google African kings. And I want y'all to see what African kings look like. African kings look like me. They look like me. They're dark-skinned men with wide noses, the facial features and everything. They don't look like what the movies are portraying them to look like, because the movies have offset. What's happening is, man, I see what's happening is that technology is real, man, and it ain't just white people that's doing this to us, man. It's black people. We're doing it to ourselves because black people want. We are so starving for beauty. We are so starving to have a beautiful person. You know what I'm saying? And and I know that people in the comments are gonna be like, well, you don't like big women. And big women, I never said I didn't like I never said I didn't like I didn't never say anything about a person's physical appearance in their face. I always have to defend myself with this because I know the comments are gonna be like, well, you don't like BBWs. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying anything about BBWs. I'm talking about a person's look in their face, their appearance in their face. A person that's not what Western society call beautiful or gorgeous would not make it as far as a person that Western society considers beautiful. My views on my channel is not popping because I'm not a what society would call a handsome man. Kevin Samuels' views pop not only because of what he was saying, because what he was saying would make people not want to fuck with him. But Kevin Samuels was a handsome man. If you look at the majority of men that's on these channels who videos and have high subscribers and all this shit, they are nice looking men, nice looking women. You see what I'm saying? So, we are a culture. Black people have become a culture of superficialness. We are so superficial that we fuck up happiness by being superficial. You know what I'm saying? By being superficial, we fuck up happiness. Um, I personally, because let me speak about it. Let me speak about it a little bit more. I personally know that if I was to date a BBW woman, majority, like a high 90% of BBW women, weight fluctuates, and then they get frustrated. Look at Tamara, the people that's on the Tyler Perry show, the Tamara Man. Look at Tamara Man. Tamara Man lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight, lost weight. Now she big as a house. You see what I'm saying? But some men are attracted to big women. I'm just not attracted to big women. But you see what I'm saying? Big women have a tendency, especially women, they have a tendency, man, the weight fluctuate, and then women just get frustrated. They get frustrated with because of life. They got a whole lot of shit going on, and then women hormones and shit is different than men. So a woman to say fuck it, I'm not gonna keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot, man. But I want y'all to, like I said, man, I made this video, man, because black people we are just sick with beauty. We are sick with beauty, man. And we rather have black men and women rather have a beautiful piece of shit than have a good ugly person in our life. Physically ugly person in our life that treats us great, loves us, adores us. We rather have a handsome piece of shit or a beautiful piece of shit woman. We rather have a woman that's fine as shit, bad as shit, body banging, faces banging, but the bitch taking every fucking penny you got, bitch cheating on you, bitch don't really want you. We rather have that than have, you know, a woman that's average looking, you know what I'm saying, wears her hair, and you know what I'm saying, wears her hair either in locks or afro, or either have a short haircut. You know what I'm saying? We rather deal with a fake woman than a real woman, man. And women too. Y'all rather deal with a handsome ass man than deal with a man that's not too physically attractive, but he's dependable, he's faithful, he's honorable, he's all the things that a man's supposed to be. But because he don't look a certain way, you don't want him. And men are the same way. But this king and queen thing, man, like I said again, I want y'all to go on YouTube. I mean, go Google Kings of Africa, man. And you will see what these kings look like. They are not what Western society would consider nice looking men. But these are kings. These are direct descendants of God. Of if the first people from Africa, if the first people were from Africa, as everybody trying to say, if the first people were from Africa, and the Garden of Eden was Africa, but then this was, and if God created man in his image, that's what God looked like. That's what God looked like. Broad nose, dark skin, those men that look like big noses like me. You know what I'm saying? Facial features like me. Skin dark like me. You know what I'm saying? Those are what those men look like. Not what y'all putting on TV as kings. Not what we look like. And black people have done that. We have altered because we want beautiful people, quote unquote, what we consider beautiful people, to be in the front. And that's just not the realization of it. That's not what it is. All right, man. Mr. Ugly.